This video is brought to you by Against the Flow of Mississippi. Against the Flow of Mississippi is a book about Jake Fayard, a Marine veteran who is unhappy with the political machine running the state of Mississippi. He decides to fight the corruption from the inside. Jake will face more challenges than he ever has and will stand up for what he thinks is right. His notoriously hot temper will push him to the edge of murder, along with his friend and brother Kobe Barhanovich. Together, they will fight the system and give the power back to the citizens of Mississippi. Against the Flow of Mississippi is now available on Amazon. A link to the book will be placed in the description below. Welcome to History in the Eyes of a Southerner with your host, Anthony Allen. On this channel, we will take a journey through time and relate history to the contemporary eyes of modern America. I hope you enjoy the ride as I investigate and document the wonderful events that have shaped our present world. Alright, y'all. Now that I've got everything all squared away and set up decently, I guess, would be the best way to put it. I am back in God's country. Back in Mississippi, where I belong. Probably won't be here for long, but I am here, at least at the moment. And it's good to be home. It's real good to be home. There may be a impending trip up north. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk to y'all about. I don't know if I'll have any time to do any local history down here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. I'm certainly going to try. But y'all noticed I've changed the name of the podcast from History with a Southern Accent to History in the Eyes of Anthony O. And I wanted to shorten it up a little bit, and that's kind of what I was aiming for when I did that. Also, there's a good chance that I will not be in the South much longer. I have decided that I am going to try something new. I've lived in the South most of my life, though I've definitely been all over the country. And I even briefly lived in Arizona at one point in my life, almost 20 years ago. I'd say about 17 years ago, I lived in Arizona. And it was fun. It was fun. But if everything works the way it's supposed to, I may be moving up to the Pittsburgh area. And that is going to give me a unique opportunity. That means as time permits, I will be doing some live action stuff from Forks of the Ohio River, which is basically the location of the battle that actually founded this country. I don't see, if you look back in history and you look back in time, George Washington wanted to put an outpost where current day Pittsburgh is today. And it was a major river junction. This happened back in 1754. That action by George Washington back then sparked the French and Indian War, 7 Years' War. And arguably, based on his actions at that point, at that location, the French and Indian War brought on great expenses to the British monarchy at the time. The British monarchy, as a result of that war, which spanned the globe, needed to pay for it, so they started imposing taxes on colonial Americans. Of course, their displeasures with that sparked the American Revolution. Thus, the reason that we have American passports, we are U.S. citizens, we have U.S. passports, and not British passports. We are not subjects of a British crown. We are citizens of an American nation. I would like to go to some of the places up there that sparked that battle. I'd also like to go check out Gettysburg, which is only a couple of hours from where I'm going to be. Harper's Ferry, now located in West Virginia. Arguably the sign of the first shots of the war between the states. There's a lot of history in that area. I may sneak down into D.C. because it's not that far. New York City's not that far from there. It's only just a few hours away. So I'm going to be in a unique position to be bringing y'all a lot of history. And I do believe that it should benefit the general knowledge of people who are curious and should benefit this channel. Though I am going to miss my home and I will eventually return, on a personal level, I feel this move is exactly what I need to do too. So, that being said, I hope to be able to serve at your pleasure and continue to bring as much content as I can to keep y'all entertained. Meanwhile, while I'm back home, I may be doing a few things down here on the coast. I'm going to try to. That's certainly my goal. And I really hope that I can keep this thing going. And I hope that y'all tune in and y'all watch. If y'all have any suggestions of things I need to check out, feel free to email me. Email is w5blx@proton.me. Y'all can feel free to email me at any time and say, hey, why don't you go check this out? Or, hey, why don't you do something on this? I'll be glad to do it. Not a problem. I meant to, before I left Florida, I meant to go do one on St. Augustine, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to get down there. I had too much going on in my personal life. I'm hoping that will free up soon. And I do hope at some point to go down to St. Augustine and do one down there. This is not a very big channel. I'm just trying to do what I can to keep everybody, give everybody a different perspective on history. The purpose of this channel is to teach history, but history sometimes is subject to interpretation. Being that history is subject to interpretation, not everybody's going to have the same views on exactly what went down. I'm sure we can all agree that there's three sides to every story: mine, yours, and the truth. And that's what I would kind of like to try to bring y'all. Anyway, y'all have a good day. And we'll see what I can get done this week. Thank you for watching History with Anthony O.